Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultanate Empire, and in today's video, we are going to be continuing What If Civilization Started Over. In the last episode, we watched and saw the continuation of World War One in my What If Civilization Started Over series, and I would just like to say thank you to everyone for supporting all of my videos and kind of just, hitting the subscribe button, the like button, or leaving a comment on my video. Really appreciate it. I really do. I really do. But I would just like to tell you guys that if you stick around until, um, if you subscribe and stick around for a while on my channel, then you will see the completion of my multi-series What If Civilization Started Over series. Because like I've told my friends, and I'm pretty sure like I've said in the past, I plan to have my What If Civilization Started Over series go on for about 4 to 5 seasons, with each season containing anywhere from up to 100 or even 50 episodes in each series. But hey, that's that's just, rumored. I don't know if it's true. Well, I do know if it's true or not because I'm the one that's going to be doing it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into today's video. In the last video, we saw the capitulation of the Egyptians, the Aegean, and also the French. In this episode, we are going to watch and also the Serbians as well. We are going to watch as more countries collapse into kind of, minor states. And the first country to do so of the video is, in fact, the Catalonians, as they collapse as well. With the French out of the picture, Ender can now fully focus on the Finnish, who have been a pain in his side for the longest time. And as he begins to slowly push the Finnish out of Sweden, the Finnish emperor comes to him with a deal. They will take land from they will take Sweden, and they will take Sweden. In return, they will give Ender the Estonian, Latvian, Lithuanian areas and a little bit more, probably up to like right about here. That was the deal. All of Sweden for all of this. And Ender's king at first doesn't want to take it. That is until he hears that the Moldovans are being pushed back heavily by enemy forces. And well, that's just no bueno, because these enemy forces will begin to invade you, aka Ender, if they are able to uh, push through the Moldovans. Now, the Moldovans are only struggling because the people that are invading them are, in fact, is, in fact, a former part of their country that broke away. And this former part of their country does still have internal support from local populations. So that's why they're able to push so easily. And also, I just realized that I did the wrong color. I am an idiot. There we go. That is the right color. Now, if you're wondering why the Black Sea Caspian Union isn't helping the Moldovans, they are. It's just these guys need to focus on the North Caspian Empire first. Because they will quickly walk through the Indian alliance over in Central Asia if they did not take care of this and if they did not focus over here. And the same can be said for the Moldovan breakaway state. If they did not focus on Moldova and split their focus, they would quickly be crippled and pushed back. But we can see down here the Indian alliance down here is in fact fighting and pushing up more this way into the Caspian Sea Empire right over here. But unfortunately, they're not gaining much ground. But if we go over to a much more interesting area back down here. We do see the complete capitulation of this country right over here after about a 4-month siege of their capital commences and results in the fall of their capital. And we kind of, see that right there. Now, the Indians, however, still once again struggle to push back against the Southeast Asian bloc over here in the pink team. In the meantime, though, South China finds some clarity here, and well, due to the virus reaching Taiwan's capital and kind of throwing their government into chaos and also their military into chaos, South China finds their footing. They're able to push back against the Taiwanese. Bravo, South China. Bravo. Good job. Good job. Good job. And eventually they are halted. Their offensive is stopped here, but they took back a majority of their territory. That's good. That's good. And they even invaded into the Taiwanese. That is good. That is very good. They were able to invade into the Taiwanese, taking Taiwanese territory, as well, taking two Taiwanese major cities in the south and a single Taiwanese major city in the north. And they were able to take this single major city right here, in this northern part of the country. Now, actually, most of Taiwan's territory that is along the border of South China used to actually formerly be South China's territory. But that's no more. That's now Taiwanese technically because the Taiwanese have controlled it for a very long time. So that's good for them. That's good for them. And in terms of things that are not a part of World War One, aka the Korean Chinese War up here, we kind of see as a well, the Koreans continue to push back the Chinese as they continue to struggle with the disease constantly spreading throughout their military ranks and their forces. It's also spreading through the Koreans, don't get me wrong, it's just not as bad because the Koreans know how to handle it, as this isn't the first time this virus has broken out in Korea. It's happened before when people drank that city's water. It's just it never got bad because the Korean government was able to contain it inside the city. But because of the Chinese invasion and the Chinese, not knowing of the virus's existence and also not knowing how to read Korean, caused it to spread and turn it into an international global outbreak that is now starting to slowly infect the world. Whether or not this changes anything remains to be seen. It remains to be seen, but we'll just have to find out what happens. And this is the current front line for the Chinese Korean War right up here uh, at the current moment and time. And there will be no more updates for that in the meantime. But also in the meantime, there is some more exploration and discovery. Primarily, there is some more colonization of South America. Let us go ahead and look at all of the countries that will be colonizing South America and the last bits of South America being discovered in three, two, and one. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with the completed, in fact, well, I say completed, but the colonization of South America. We have up here, of course, the pink Australians. We have the pinkish Papua New Guinea country. We have the United Islands of Southeast Asia, Silver's country, Indonesia, technically. We have yet another Australian country. We have Northern New Zealand, and then we have a Southern Australian country, or the Australian Union, as they are known and called. And then we have three more native tribes that have popped up in the center of the South American continent. And while we're here, I might as well look at how the war is going down here. And with the French capitulation in the mainland, the colony hasn't surrendered, so they're still trying, keyword trying, to fight the good fight. The Orange Team's colony over here, though, does get crushed within um, the first couple months of the war. So, like several years ago, it's just I never colored it in because I was never ever actually down here a lot. And we also see the blue team seize and take over the entirety of the French colony right over here, all to their lonesome self. And, well, with pretty much most of the major players out of this war, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the peace treaty of World War One. Well, the peace treaty of Berlin, the Treaty of Berlin, which is a major city inside Germany. It's not the capital of Germany. It was never the capital. It's a major city within Germany. And this war lasted 19 years, nearly 2 decades. This war lasted nearly 2 decades. This war lasted, and some countries have surrendered, others refuse to go to the table for a treaty, but are forced by their alliance members. So let us go ahead and look at the Treaty of World War One and how everything will pan out. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with the Peace Treaty of World War One. As you can see, all of the countries have their claims and all of the territory they will be taking. For example, Ender will be taking all of these lands right over here. That includes some lands over in North America, which we will look at later. Italy will be taking all of these lands right over here. And again, some land, a little piece of land over in the Americas, over in North America to be exact. The West Iberian Empire will be taking all of these lands, plus colonial holdings that the Catalonians had. The Moldovans will be taking all of this right over here, and the Serbian area down here. This third party country is going to be getting land right here and right here. Sorry, I had to cough there. The Finnish are going to be getting all of this land right over here in Sweden, so they're not getting all of it. The Kingdom of Britain the Kingdom of Britannia gets all of these lands right over here. The Scottish get all of Ireland. This country right over here gets all of this territory right there. Let us slide over to Asia. Well, Central Asia, I should say, where we see the Black Sea Caspian Union taking all of this land. The Orange country right down here, they take all of this land. Meanwhile, these guys up here, they will be taking all of this land right there. Let us now slide over to the Indian down here in the Southeast Asian region, where we will see the Indian allies giving back a lot of India's former land. Well, some of India's former land down here, and the Indians will be taking all of this land, where these guys. No, wrong thing. No, 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 not you. Where these guys will be taking all of this land right over here. We will be seeing this Indian ally take this land right here. And let us move over yet again. We will be seeing the South Chinese taking land back from the Taiwanese. Yay! Go South China. You did it. You got some of your land back. Not all of it, but some of it. Let us go ahead and head over to Turkey before going down into Africa. The Turks will be taking all of this land right over here and will actually be forming the Mediterranean Empire. It's essentially the Byzantine Empire, just the Mediterranean, because even though you can severely tell they look very much like the Byzantines, because they are the quote unquote Byzantines. Sorry, I had to yawn. So yeah, they take all of this. They take they take all of Egypt. Kind of the Tanzanians get some of Egypt and all of Greece and the Aegean and whatnot. We see this African country, which controls the Strait of Gibraltar. Gibraltar? No, no, no. That's yeah. Too much playing Overwatch. I'm playing Overwatch way too much nowadays. Way too much. That is just a big fat no bueno. Frickin' calling things from the game, but Gibraltar, the Strait of Gibraltar. Sorry. I know I was right. It's just my brain kind of broke because it's like Overwatch, Watch Point Gibraltar, Strait of Gibraltar. But I don't even know if I'm right. I'm second guessing myself. I'm just gonna stop now. Straight up, just gonna stop now. We see this last piece of Serbia get turned into an independent country right over here. And we also see all of these African countries, these three right over here, expand uh, just a wee bit more. We see the Sudanese expand just a wee bit, just like so. There we go. We see the Tanzanians expand just a wee bit up into this area right over here. We see these guys expand into this area right down here. We see these guys expand into this area right down here. And we see the Dominion. We see the Dominion expand into these territories right over here and even some more in South America. Meanwhile, we see the Orange team continue to expand into these areas right over here. Now, let us go ahead and look at the expansions in the Americas that happened. Here's the blue team's expansion into these areas right over here. We can clearly see the expansion of Portugal into right there. We can see the expansion of the Portuguese up in this area, and also Ender, and also the Italians. This rebellion was recognized during the treaty, but in return for them being recognized, they had to give up their claims on these areas. And that is exactly what they did. We then also see this native tribe right here gain a crap ton of territory, looking now something like this. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I know this video will be just a wee bit shorter. That is all the time I have for today's video. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultan and Empire. If you enjoyed today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button beneath the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, then go ahead and hit the dislike button beneath the video. If you want to be updated or notified of the next time I upload or make a post onto my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button beneath the video, and then hit that bell notification icon to get notified